Hey guys, alright, so today I am actually just doing a quick, kind of a test stream for possible new little thing I'm going to stream while I'm working on it. One of my other hobbies besides coding is pyrography or wood burning. Um, so I am going to see if I can get that camera to switch automatically. There we go. And yeah, you can actually see everything pretty good. So I won't have to turn on that light right away. Um, but as you can see, I got my little setup here. And these are the 4 different tips that uh, I use with my wood burner. Uh, of course, you've got the little, see if I can bring it up closer. And yeah, it's not going to really focus, but this is a kind of has a ballpoint pen type tip on it. Um, these two here are for shading, and then these two here are kind of for some other line work. So uh, those who are on the Independent Creator Directory Facebook page have already seen the finished product of one of these, but I'm actually going to go through and create another one and hopefully be able to get all this done today on one stream. So we're going to need this guy. We'll need this guy eventually. And this one helps with some lines. Actually, we might switch him out for the other one. Use this one with some lines today. So the way I generally do this, why I started off doing this, was actually using carbon paper to go through and trace the image onto the piece of wood and then burn it in, which can take absolutely forever with trying to get each and every line drawn in, and unless you do it in a specific kind of methodical way, you're inevitably going to forget some lines. So I started looking online to see if there were any other ways to actually transfer the stuff over to the wood easier to kind of cut down on the time it takes to get it prepped. And the way that a lot of people tend to do it is to actually print it off in a mirrored format. And then that way, when you flip it over, it's going the correct way. And I am going to turn this light on. Oh, that creates a little bit of glare there. But I need to be able to see that so I can make sure I have this lined up somewhat. There we go. And it's looking pretty good side to side. All right, I think we're good there. Let's tape this bad boy down. How you doing, Nick? So we'll get this guy taped down on the edge here. And now what I generally use, of course, I left it clear on the other side here. I need to go out and get some actual rags again, but these lovely blue little shop towels will work in a pinch. Hey, Dawn. All right, let's get this kind of folded up here. Now, the nice thing is with doing it this way if you print it off in a mirrored image on a laser printer, you can actually use a little bit of acetone or nail polish remover to go through and transfer everything over. So we put a little bit of acetone onto the rag here, and we just start kind of swiping it on here, and you do a little bit at a time. You can kind of see it coming through, and then you take the back of a spoon and you give it a good rub. And what that does is it helps to transfer the ink, or at least some of the ink, from the paper onto the wood. And we just keep kind of redoing this same process all the way down the page. And again, this does work a lot better with an actual rag over the using of the shop towel, the little blue shop towels. But like I said, it also kind of works in a pinch. So until I have time to get out to the store again and buy actual rags to use, this is going to have to do. Now, the downside to doing it this way is some of your finer lines may not show up properly, which is why I never discard this piece of paper until I'm done. That way I can go back and actually look at the design and get an idea of what might have been missed and what I need to do to draw that in, which anybody who knows my freehanding capabilities knows those capabilities are very slim. We just about got the wolf design in there. Come on, a little bit more there. There we go. And before I move on to the words, I'm going to check. We're going to peel this back to kind of make sure the majority of this got transferred over the way it should. Like I said, it doesn't do a perfect transfer, but it'll give enough that I can go through and be able to burn that. So, we got the majority of the design on there. Now for the hard part, getting all the words to actually want to play nice and appear as they should. Come on. Okay, we soaked that towel that time. There we go. Oh no. Hopefully none of that transferred yet. And we'll get that on there. Ooh, come on. Really? You're going to do this to me today? Ooh. The wording I'm going to have to kind of do by hand, but that's okay. Letters I can draw. Other things, not so much. And Nick should be happy because this isn't a gradient background. So, speaking of gradients, though, we need that back in the corner. There we go. And I think while I get the piece plugged in and have it start warming up, we're going to play a quick commercial and we'll be back here shortly.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
All right. Get this closed back up. Got the tip heating up here. And we're going to turn this back off. That should make it easier for you guys to see. And let's do a quick test here, see how warm this tip is getting. Yeah, tip's getting up there. Okay. We'll give that another 30 seconds or so to heat up. So the gradient for once was not on purpose. That's just happens to be the way it transfers. All right, let's go ahead and get into this here. I don't know. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it as I'm doing it. Nice thing with doing the wood burning is you get that nice little bit of wood smoke also as you're doing this. I have to give this little tip a good cleaning because it is not quite heating up the way I was hoping. That's okay. We'll get around this edge here. If you have any questions on this, feel free to pop them in the comments because once I'm done with this little circle here, I think I'm going to switch back to my other shading tip. This one is not really doing it the way I was hoping it would. Yeah, it's working, but I feel like I can get a deeper, darker burn using the other tip. Yeah, we're going to use the other tip here. Just make sure it's actually... Try cleaning it once on this little pad. I always keep a spare, very fine grit sandpaper pad to kind of clean the tips off with. See if that helps at all. Yeah, a little bit. Just go straight down here. Yeah, it's not really working the way I was hoping it would. So, let's turn this bad boy back off. And we're going to have to give that a minute to cool down so I can pull it off without burning myself. I really need to find the little grabber again. So I can actually go through and pull those off quickly without burning myself. Leather power, you can look amazing. Yes, it can. I dabbled with that a little bit, and I don't know if it was the type of leather I had or what, but man, did it not like to burn as far as like the depth of the burn, and I was constantly having to clean the tip off to keep it actually burning proper. So let's see how we're doing here. Okay, should be in theory. Okay, that's not going to want to come off easily, so we're going to have to let that cool down just a touch more before I go crazy on it. Because, yes, I have burned myself with that thing before. No, it was not fun. And yes, I would still wish it on my worst enemy. Get out this other tip here. Yeah, it's one we used last night. So give him just a quick little touch up and he'll be ready to go here shortly. Oh, really, you dog? So, plan B is to see if we can pop it like this. No, or not. Maybe this is why I did not use this one very often. Oh, hey, look. I knew I set that over here for a reason. A more proper holder. Aha. Yeah. That's the holder I was actually looking for. Okay. Didn't burn. That's good. There we go. Crank this bad boy back up to 9.5. We'll let that one heat up. And while that heats up, let's do a quick commercial for Amy Hale. Yeah, I forgot to turn down the volume on my headset, so I just kind of burst my eardrums with playing that commercial. All right. And yeah, you can see it on the video there. That tip's got a nice little red glow to it now, which is what I'm wanting. So let's get, oh, there we go. There's that wood smoke. There we go. All right, now let's get around the edge here and one thing with having it run this hot, it can discolor around the edge of where you're burning. So if you're ever doing wood burning and you notice that you're getting like little brown marks, that is due to that part of it just kind of burning due to the natural heat. Do this edge line through here. Oops, got a little too close to that edge. That's okay. Treat this like Bob Ross, just a happy little burnt edge. Now, there's a lot of different mediums that you can burn on wood-wise. A lot of people seem to go for basswood, which is what I primarily use. But you can also do pine, which can be, as far as the sap and stuff goes, you really want that kind of dry, or as dry as possible. I actually did a box for a family friend a few years ago for their son's graduation party from high school. Did his name, year he graduated, and the school's logo on it, and the pieces that they had for it were all pine, and the amount of sap that was coming out of this was just astronomical. About every 2 swipes of my shader here, I had to wipe it off and clean it off so it would actually be able to heat the tip back up and keep burning. But it gave it kind of a neat little shine in some spots. Guess we could get a little music going here too, so it's not just dead air. Yeah, that'll work. Rock music going. next show I do of this will probably be one of Nick Tocker's pieces of art that I pilfered from him a while back, with his permission, of course. But there's a few black and whites that he's done that I think would just look amazing on a piece of wood with some good glossy clear coat over the top of them. Oh, have a good day, Don. Thanks. If I do go through and start doing an actual weekly show of this, when I come up with another intro and logo and name, name of it, I'll probably just go with the same theme and do like Behind the Pyro or something along those lines. Whew. Got around that edge quick, that's good. This edge here. Now, if there's anything specific that you guys would ever like to see, let me know. Let me know well enough in advance. Do a show with it. Because it does take me a little bit of time to actually go through and get everything set up. That is a good idea, Nick, talking to Dan. Talking to Dan or Steph, which Steph are you referring to? little let's give her crambits and set her free goblin stuff or different stuff. I had thought about going with my table name, The Burning is Love, mainly because, well, that's just the way my humor is. I guess I don't need to be nearly as professional on this show as I would the other one. Alright. Got that whole edge done. So, looking here, looks like remember, this is weird. So, here. Rest for a second. No. So, what I generally do is I'll kind of block this off in little sections. Just do a section at a time. I might ask you to draw up a few things here and there. A lot of your work already, I can actually use for that because it is black and white. And I'll probably talk to Dan. I need to listen to some of his stuff on Bandcamp, I think, is where he has this stuff at, and take a listen to some of it because I kind of like the instrumental type things. And yes, please like, share, subscribe. If you like what I'm doing here, if you don't like what I'm doing here, then well, hit the dislike button. It's still hits the algorithm either way that way. At least lets YouTube know that somebody's watching. Yeah, I may probably end up listening to some of Dan's stuff later and see if I can find something that kind of fits my style. Ask him if I can use it while running the show and buy it. Go. Some of these areas that look like they burned in. Whew. First little bitty section done. Burn mark here. All the way up. All right. And oh, actually got somebody over on Twitch. What's this one sound like? Ah, that'll do. We're gonna see if I can knock this out in an hour. So, knock it out by 4 p.m. Central Time. I still need to run to the store to grab some things for dinner. Before my meeting tonight. And for those who are watching or happen to watch this as a rerun before Behind the Code tonight, Behind the Code might only be taking place on YouTube and Twitch, because I don't know if I'm going to be back in time for my meeting. I know YouTube only gives you, or not YouTube, but Facebook only gives you a certain amount of time to get a stream started before they just automatically cancel it. Alright, we're actually coming along pretty well here. About 40 minutes in. Whew. So outlining done here. I have one design I'm going to be doing here again soon. One of my favorite pieces I did. I'll be darned if I can find the file that had that. Lovely little piece on it. Which is no big deal. I can always find the design again. But it is one that I had previously done and actually sold at Arcticon a few years ago, I think for about $40. And when the guy asked me the price on it, because I hadn't priced everything yet, I was still getting set up. I told him $40 and he goes, "That's it? I'll take it." Well, crap. Guess I could have sold that one for a little bit more. But that's where most of these pieces are going to be sold at, is Arcticon. Or not Arcticon, RegionCon, I'm sorry. At a booth with Nick Cockert and his wife Amanda, along with my wife. Probably gonna try and get some gaming dice boxes set up again. We'll sell. Oh, do I want to tempt that with this little bugger? Yeah, we'll try it. Just lightly use the tip here. There we go. That worked out better than I expected. Whew. Alright, let's get this next section kind of drawn in here. Now, of course, not every piece takes this long. I just happen to, do the dumb thing and choose a 8.5 by 11 piece to do as my test stream because, why not do the biggest piece that I possibly have the space available for, or the ability to set up, as your test run. Because that's a smart thing to do. Very good, Nick. Yeah. Go ahead and leave that up for a little bit, but you guys can find out more about RegionCon on Facebook through their public page. I do believe I read earlier today that it is April 21st and 22nd, 2023. I didn't see any specific hours listed in that post, but I imagine Nick and Amanda will be there both days. I will probably only be able to be there one day due to the fact that construction season will be upon us again by that point, and I will most likely be playing live action Frogger out on I-94. I know I keep kind of going a bunch of different directions on how I'm pulling across this wood, which really, I can't really see it in the on the screen there, but in person, you can see the different drag lines and everything. And to me, it kind of almost gives it that fur look for this particular one. Yeah, you can really see that smoke actually come up off there. It's kind of cool. Yeah, last year the Arcticon happened before it became RegionCon. Pre-COVID. This was before COVID and all that fun stuff happened. I was there and actually creating some of my pieces while I was there because I hadn't had a chance to really stock up per se and get a whole bunch done in advance. So I was working on some of the dice boxes and stuff, and it kept freaking some people out because they'd be sitting there and all of a sudden they get a little wisp of wood smoke smell under their nose, and people would start looking around going, what's on fire? And then there's me just sitting there not really paying attention and then realizing that people are, freaking out about something possibly being on fire, and I realize that it's, me burning wood. Oh, good. Nick will be at a hotel room and be there both days. Awesome. Even if I don't get to attend one of the days, we will have to meet up for dinner after the con at some point. Yeah, we're definitely gonna find some different music. Oh no, I'm gonna fall asleep listening to that. Okay, that's an interesting name for what this actually is. Feeding the Ducks. Yeah, when I did this piece last night, the only thing I could smell for about the next 2 hours was just wood smoke. Actually, one of the things that inspired me to do the piece yesterday is that Steph and her husband John were over here, and she had said something about wanting to get back into doing wood burning. And so I showed her my setup, and she actually colored in or shaded in about 1/8 of the one that I did last night, and fell in love with the wood burning setup, which I actually still need to send her the link for. That way she can get it. Miso Osaka, if you do well, yeah. Miso Osaka is good. I do plan on bringing you a lunch from Tap House, though, because that is an experience that everybody should have at some point in their life. And I will make sure to get something that is Mandy and Xander appropriate there too. And actually, if I'm able to come up there Saturday, I will order breakfast to go and bring breakfast from Tap House, because you will love their biscuits and gravy. Oh yeah, we still have plenty of time. We got so much time, in fact. We're going to finish off this part of the sun. Hopefully finish up the majority of the wolf. I think we're going to finish up the sun. I should take a short couple-minute break, run a couple of commercials. That way I can kind of stretch my neck and back a little bit. And continue on with this nice little piece of artwork that's going on here. So let's do just that. Let's get that on its little holder. Don't go sliding now. There you go. If it slides off, you guys will hear me scream like a little girl, because it'll probably come straight up my leg. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and play, we're going to play a few different commercials here. First one is going to be for Kat Rothermel.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. a short film for a friend? No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
And because this is actually the launch day for Life on Horror for Mike Jimmy Lorshin Dubron, we are going to play his commercial also. All right. So let's get the music. Let's get the tunes going again. A little feeding the ducks. Maybe. There it goes. All right. Let's clean this tip off real quick. And get back into this. I am actually really pleased with the way this camera is showing everything. I just got this camera today. This is where we're going to have to turn the light on for me, which hopefully evens back out for you guys a little bit. But I got to be able to see these fine little edges where things did not want to transfer properly. So we got that little fang there. Come over just a bit. Got a nice little fang here. There we go. And this is just kind of a roughing around the edge here. Doing this mouth is always so hard. Get it to look right. Because no one wants a wolf that looks like he's gonna, gum you to death. I want a wolf that looks like he's gonna actually snarl and bite. So it always helps to reference the main image. Actually, if I was smart, I would have the actual image, not in mirrored format, pulled up on a monitor, because that'll make things even easier. But there again, you only do that if you're smart. I'm pulling that up on the other computer so I can see how that looks. I have kind of a rough time deciphering that. From this image. Shade this in just a little bit, because that'll give us an idea also. Fang, that up into there. Looks like there's some up there. For a second. Set this back down. That, don't you fall. I'll lay this back down on top for a second here. Oh, can't see it that well through the back. Okay. So, let's wake up the old computer. Alright, give me 1 second, folks. We're going to play a short commercial so I can try and get this pulled up. All right. So, after reviewing the image, I have definitely messed up along the way here, but that is okay. This will just turn into a scrap piece that I will use here at home. I know for next time that I need to well, it's not exactly the best acetone to use to get this to transfer either. I need to go out and get a bottle of acetone and like I said earlier, some rags. But let's finish just shading this in for now. And we can worry about the rest later. Because right now our white wolf looks more like a wolf vampire because he's only got the top set of fangs, but that's okay. Like I said, this was just kind of a test stream to see how well this little setup would work. Of which I've been quite happy with so far. Oh, yeah, guess I should probably turn the tunes back on, shouldn't I? Here we go. Sitting here just kind of shading this in, going, what am I missing? Oh, yeah. Turn on some tunes there, buddy. Now, if this was a thicker piece of wood, I could actually take this out to my neighbor's garage where I have my big sanding machine. I could sand this down. By about 1/8 of an inch. And be able to use this piece. Try to redo this. Now, the downside of that is having to go out to my neighbor's garage to do it. The other downside is it takes bloody forever to try and sand down 1/4 inch on, or 1/8 of an inch on something this size and keep it somewhat uniform. If there's ever a piece I'm working on that you guys see and you really like, and you decide you just must have it, send me a message. We can work out a price. Whew. Give me a white vampiric werewolf. I would have came to run Thursday. Oh. Roll for initiative, Nick. Roll for initiative. That's good, thank you. See, now for your game on Thursday, Nick, I don't know what the actual setting is, but you need to work in a warehouse. Basically a human that got bit by one of the nails inside of a house and now on the full moon turns into a warehouse, kind of like Warehouse 13. A whole bunch of strange stuff inside. Oh, this is for the library. Yeah, don't do that. No, forget about what I said. Do not traumatize the kids. Although if you run a D&D campaign now during Region Con, I'm going to be really afraid to actually join in on that. Shaded done around the eyes here. There we go. Revamped Dusk Falls of a Ravencleft Forge, running in basic fantasy RPG, but will port over base +2 fantasy. Nice. One of these days I need to roll up a new character. And one of these days I'm going to have you explain to me what the base +2 system is so that I can Figure out if I need to create new rollers for that. Breaks. Yeah, the more I keep looking at that white wolf, the more like an eldritch horror it just kind of looks like that jawline. I can't believe I messed that up that badly. Or no, maybe I didn't. Because I'm looking at this. Okay, now it doesn't look so bad. Now it just looks a little methed out. Yeah. Better than the Eldritch Horror I had going on, so... Eldritch Horror reject. We get the full details, playtesting files, etc. Plus we have to talk about a BSR army builder. Yeah, I need to figure that one out too. Another thing I need to do is find time to get down to your place and get that 3D printer figured out so that you can start pumping out BSR minis. Alright, that part is done. Turn that back off for a minute. Turn this off to let it cool. Yeah, I can live with the way that white wolf looks. Get ready to use this tip here a little bit. We're gonna let that cool off. Do a little snap, crackle, and pop of the knees. I've got 20 minutes left. I think I can knock this out in 20 minutes. back on. And we'll give that a minute to heat up. And let's run one more quick ad for who do I want to run? Yeah, we'll do cats again.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
I always wait to take a drink until it's like right at the end of the commercial. I don't know why. All right. This guy should be heated up some here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's going to work nicely for this section. So get right up by the edges there. Very nice. Yeah. And yeah, I was forgetting something. Get music going again. Now, Nick, if you're still watching, I will ask you this since you are a longtime artist. What would you attempt to charge for something of this size? It takes about 2 hours to create. So I'm thinking something like this, just for the cost of the wood and all that. I'd probably charge about $30 for this thing. And once I'm done with this part you guys actually won't get to see because I'm running out of time. But if you go back to the Independent Creators Directory page on Facebook and look at the one I created yesterday, you can see kind of hit my microphone. You can kind of see the clear coat finish that I put on it. I use a Minwax fast drying polyurethane, which we're not sponsored by Minwax, but hey, if they decide to, I am not going to turn down a check. So hey, Minwax, how you doing? But I generally use most of their products. A, because it's a well-known brand. B, I've used their products on other stuff over the years and just always liked the way it looked. Let me clean this tip off because it's not wanting to. Burn. And then I also put a little hanger on the back of this so that it can be hung on the wall. Oh, good. You can't see my head popping down in the camera view. Music should stop and start with a video without needing to be switched. It was, I don't know if you guys were hearing it, but it was still playing in my headphones. So I just want to make sure it wasn't coming through over the top of anybody's ad. $15 an hour of work and add material and round up. Okay, so yeah, about $30, $40. A lot of times I tend to get my wood in bulk, so I wait for a good deal on walnuthollow.com to load up on wood, which most of the time, which it's understandable, the cost, wood is heavy, the cost of shipping it is going to be expensive. A lot of time when Walnut Hollow is running their 75% off deal on some of their wood pieces, it actually costs me more in shipping than it does actually for the wood itself. Colored in. There we go. All right, on to the fun part. The lettering. Oh, and we've got 10 minutes. Let's see if we can knock this out. Oh, let's see. In the black, there's some white. Okay, that's what I thought the first line was. A lot of the words transferred over a lot better last night than they did today. The other thing you generally want to do with wood pieces is sand them down really good before you actually burn them. Just to kind of give you a smoother surface to work with. Do with this piece. I actually just pulled this one out and went to town with it. But it definitely has its advantages, actually taking the time to do that when you're doing lettering. Because you're doing so much against the grain work. Oh. There's a little bit of rush to this because at that point where, believe it or not, there's a lot of heat that rises up. And it's starting to get to that point where I'm having to hold farther back. To keep from burning my thumb just off the residual heat. Other cool thing about wood burning is, just like with actual art, you do the same piece more than once, and no two are going to look exactly the same. Oh, what's that next line? In the dark, there's some light. Thanks, Don. Alright, and the last line. In the blind, there is some sight. Seeing as I'm in the blind, trying to get this one drawn in, we're going to see how I can do freehand. And there it is. That is everything. Let's do a quick little... that on the back. Alright, let's get this turned off. I'm glad Xander's enjoyed this. I'm gonna mute myself for just a second so I can take off my headset. Alright, and then this is actually what it'll look like once I put the clear coat on. Let me turn off the light, might look a little better. There we go. Yeah, that's what it'll be with clear coat on it. Still got a couple more layers of clear coat I'm going to put on there. I like to try and make that pop a little bit more. But yeah, you can see how dark that is compared to this. It just kind of brings that darkness out a little bit more on the wood. So, but yeah, that is the Yin Yang Wolf. So let's see if I can do this again. Webcam. Aha. Alright, folks. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Oh, can you turn it so the words face us? Yeah. 1 second. Let me switch back to that camera. Do a little 180 there. In the black, there is some white. In the wrong, there is some right. In the dark, there is some light. In the blind, there is some sight. It is 4:08. I've been on for almost 2 hours. So I am going to hop off here. Like I said, I got to run to the store and get some stuff for dinner. So, yeah, I might start doing more of these little streams as I'm working on this stuff and go from there. There's also, like I said, on the back, I do add a little hanger up for it so it can be hung on a wall. So, anyway, no, thank you, Dawn. Yeah, we may turn this into a weekly show. Maybe a bi-weekly show. This kind of depends on what I have time to get set up and probably do some smaller pieces than this. So this one took quite a while, but it all worked out in the end. So, but on that note, folks, I will hopefully see you all, or see some of you later tonight for Behind the Code. And I'm going to sign off. You all have a great rest of your day.